Hello, Sam. Bonjour, Savan. How are we tonight? Sorry, I am really tired, but I wanted to come on here tonight. Okay, it's Sunday, July 27th, 2025, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the beautiful shores of Lake Huron. I only want to spend a few minutes here. Um, yeah. Anyway, bottom line, there's a message here about looking at nature spirits for enlivening your own spirits, is how I'm hearing it, this message tonight for us. There have been two incidents that have occurred for me personally in the last, was it a week? Hang on. Let me double check. Yeah, a week ago, exactly a week ago, and then I think it was the second one was yesterday or the day before. When spirit wants your attention, and maybe you're not very clear on a certain action that you are being guided to take, or perhaps you've asked for guidance in a certain direction, what to do, where to go, give me a hint here. I feel stuck, I feel incomplete, I need a sign from the universe, that kind of stuff. When we've been thinking about it, meditating on it, ruminating, whatever, sometimes we can feel a little frustrated if it's not coming through clearly or as we would like it to be. So sometimes our elemental cousins, our dear elementals in the nature world, the messages will come through in a more, it's direct for some and more indirect for others via these methods. So I'm going to give you an example. This is why we're coming on tonight. It's supposed to hold some sort of meaning. Okay, so there it is. I'm just flipping back through to find all this information. I'm going to read it to you. So last Sunday, I was with a friend here, and we were hearing these loud noises, banging noises, and I thought, oh, it's just like the neighbor across the way. They're always doing something, building something, hammering on something, chopping wood, whatever. And I didn't think anything of it. And my friend said, this is too loud. Like, we better investigate this. So, okay, checked it out. And here was this bird pecking at my roof. I have a metal roof, but there's a little, like a triangular area under the roof. I can't think of the name of what it's called, and that's a little piece of wood. I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't tell from a distance if that was a woodpecker, but it would be something a woodpecker would do. Anyway, the pecking went on. It was incredibly loud. And then I went over and I looked at it, and it flew away. I didn't do anything. I'm just like, what is that noise? And then the bird flew away. Went back, sat down, started our conversation again, which I really wish I could remember, but I can't. And it came back a second time, but then it flew away. It's never come back. Now, if you know a typical woodpecker, when they find a nice rotten tree, they stay there for a while. So I kind of thought maybe that was a message. So I'm going to read you the metaphysical message or the meaning of this. So it says the spiritual and metaphysical meaning of a woodpecker. I'm taking it that it would, but it's a bird. Anyway, pecking on your roof is often interpreted as a message from the spiritual realm. Many sources suggest that such an occurrence can signify that you need to pay attention to something in your life, as the bird's persistent pecking is seen as a call to action or a sign of change. In some interpretations, its presence may indicate that your soul has extra protection, and it may be a sign of spiritual guidance or a message from the universe. It's also believed it could be a form of communication. a signal that something important is happening in your life. It's often associated with persistence, rhythm, divine timing, and it encourages individuals to keep pushing to keep pushing forward despite challenges. Now, does that not fit in to what we have been talking about in the last few videos or so? Because we need persistence right now, right? Like it's getting a little crazy out there, more than usual, and it does become wearing after a certain amount of time. Now, the second thing, and I that was interesting, but no big deal. Then there was a second one, and this one to me is significant. And I was doing my gardening, like I was telling you about, and this dragonfly just showed up and just sat there, like just a very short distance away from me on a rock. And it was just kind of, checking me out. And while I'm weeding, I'm talking to it, and it would fly away, but then it would circle back and it would sit down. And, I'd talk with it again. It would go out and did this several times, this repeatedly circling and coming back, circling and coming back. So the appearance, this is the meaning of the dragonfly. This is metaphysical now. Okay, the appearance of a dragonfly in front of you, which it was. It was almost, I don't know if I could have touched it, but it was pretty close, like with almost arm's length, which is very close for a dragonfly to come and enter your space. The last time I had that happen was just before my mom passed, and it was a red, totally, completely red dragonfly. Never seen one. I've never seen one since. And 3 months later, she passed. So anyway, I'm going to read this now. Now this was just your regular, ordinary dragonfly. So the appearance of a dragonfly in front of you is often interpreted as a spiritual message, symbolizing transformation, change, there we go again, and new beginnings. Many cultures associate dragonflies with positive meanings such as good luck, rebirth, and the ability to navigate through life's challenges with adaptability and clarity. In some traditions, they are seen as messengers from the spiritual realm, offering guidance or reminder to embrace personal growth and trust in the journey ahead. So 4 points: transformation and change. The dragonflies are linked to personal transformation, as their life cycle involves a dramatic change from aquatic nymphs to flying adults. I did not remember that. Maybe I never knew that. This mirrors the process of shedding old habits or beliefs to make way for new opportunities and growth. Number 2, new beginnings and opportunities. Here we go again. The presence of a dragonfly may signal that it's time to take action. There we go again, take action, or seize a new opportunity. It encourages you to be open to change and to trust in your ability to create the life you you desire. I'm really tired, stumbling over my words. Number 3, spiritual guidance. In some beliefs, dragonflies are considered messengers from the spiritual world, offering wisdom or a reminder to reconnect with nature and the present moment. That's how we stay sane, right? Is staying in the present moment. And number 4, cultural symbolism. Depending on the culture, a dragonfly may represent different things. For example, in Japanese culture, it symbolizes courage and happiness, while in Chinese culture, it's associated with financial prosperity and good luck. Okay, so I just wanted to read those two. Now, isn't that interesting that they cross over? There were a number of things there that were the same, right? The messages were very similar. Take action, new beginnings. This is like change. I wish I had a timetable. When is that change exactly due? When is it happening? Are we in the midst of it? I kind of think so. Anyway, so now that I've had 2, I'm wondering if I'll have a third. Things usually come in 3s, right? So when you're asking for assistance from spirit, don't forget to look for the nature, the natural envisionings around you is how I'm hearing it. So your visions or your thoughts, your projections can all come through nature, as well as telepathically in meditation or whatever, however, automatic writing, whatever it is you do. Don't neglect the nature spirits, because they're talking to you, they're advising you, they're limiting in some things in which you do, is how I'm hearing it, but they won't obfuscate with you. Okay, so they're going to tell you the truth. Their message is clear if you know how to read the signposts when they are near, because they're very clear. See, there's no subterfuge with them. Like, the truth is the truth. They're going to show you. You asked, they responded. Maybe you're not open with your third eye just yet. Maybe telepathically you can't do that just yet. Maybe you're not open to other forms of thought communication. So it's going to come through in a physical vibration. So it's going to come through in the physical, right? It's like you got a little notepad and you got a pen, and somebody's sending you a little note, a little love message from spirit. Hey, we got your question, we got your request, here's our answer. So take note. For whatever special reason, I was just getting ready for getting my usual wonderful soak in my Epsom salts bath and then get some sleep. But this took priority. Sorry, we're in a heat wave here again. It's going to last for a few days. Humidity is going to climb up to 40, 42. This is, again, a bit much. It's hard to take this when you're not used to it. So it's very wearing. But if you have any spiritual concerns, then send it out there. Transmit your thoughts out there. Go out and sit in nature. Sit under your favorite tree or bush or whatever you have. Planter, Nature spirits are all around. The elements, the elementals are there to ground. So they're part of our grounding force here. So go talk to them. I'm hearing to even manipulate them. So, but not in a bad way. It's like, let's figure this out. How can I work with them for us to have a healthy new beginning or a healthy even relationship with them? It's good to cultivate a good relationship with the nature spirits. FYI, in case you didn't know. Life becomes a lot easier around you. Yeah. So that's all I've got to say. Is there anything else in attendance with that message from Spirit Light? No, we're doing all right. We're holding you in tight. God bless. We give you peace, love, and light. We are speaking to you from our angelic might. And now we say good night. Okay, so there it is. I hope that helped you. I don't know why I needed to say that, but it does make a lot of sense, doesn't it? Those two. I didn't really read all through them. I just kind of pulled up that information and then decided, I'm just going to read this to you. So there's a lot of similarities there. I'll see if a third one comes up and what it would be. Normally I have one sign, as I've told you quite a while ago, every time, like for me personally, and look at your own life. This is just an example, my example, to show you for you. Look at your life. Every time there's a major move or transition in my life, a red-tailed hawk shows up. Doesn't matter where I'm living. Doesn't matter the nature surroundings. Doesn't matter if it's not normal for a hawk to be there. They just show up. And it will be very clear. It's either right on the branch over my head of a tree, or it sits on the ground. It opens up its tail feathers and shows me the red on its tail. There's all different ways that it approaches me. And it makes its presence very, very clear, very audible, very visual. I can't miss it. And I'm going, oh no, what big, gigantic turn of events is going to happen to me now? I haven't seen one. No, I haven't seen one. I'm just telling you the first two signs there that seem to overlap with many similarities. So again, if there's a third one, I shall come on and let you know. But in the meantime, I'm going to go. All right, take care. Have a beautiful rest of your day or night or whatever. And take care of yourselves and others. You know how to find me. If you want to book an appointment, www.healingourenergy.ca. And don't forget the release retreat here in Grand Bend on August 23rd. If you want to book it, go on the Facebook page to find all the information about how to go through that process. All right. It won't be through me personally, but I will be a facilitator there. All right. Take care. Bye for now.